Yo, what's up guys, back with another one. In today's video, what I'm doing specifically, I'm just gonna walk you through something that I'm doing just day in life, and then just picking up the camera talking to you guys. I want to talk about specifically the journey aspect when it comes to let's say you're first starting out on business, you want to launch a business venture, specifically a service-based business, right? What does that look like? Well, I see a lot of people, especially me too, right? They tend to be so results driven, and when nothing's happening right, it pushes them to somewhat want to quit and be impatient about the progress, right? And what I've learned, and then talking to mentors, watching other content creators in the same space as me, something that I learned was that ultimately this journey right here, you have to love business, right, in order to withstand it, because business is hard, right? Sometimes you're not making money, and then there's months where you are making money, you're on top of the world. So it goes ups and downs, there's peaks and troughs. But what a lot of people don't understand is ultimately that this journey never really stops, right? And the only way you can fail at business is ultimately if you quit. And this is why a lot of people tend to quit after 6 months when they don't get anything, right? You have to go into it not expecting anything, and in return, ultimately, you will get what you desire. It just takes time, and you have to put in the work consistently, right? So with that being said, I think it's important for a lot of you guys to understand that the journey is warranted, and that it's important to trust the process, get better every single day, do what you can do, don't get distracted, and then your time is limited, so make the most of it. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when you have a goal, right, ultimately it's somewhat of a distraction, because you're so focused on that goal, it tends to drive you away from the total journey, the progression, right? So if you have a specific goal, you're focused on the desires, but ultimately, right, when it comes to, let's say we want to manifest something, we want truly desire something, right? Ultimately, we're just desiring the feeling of the moment of actually having it, right? People who want, ultimately, they crave the feeling. So let's say people who want to, they're 19, they're young, they want to move out, they want to get an apartment, they want to get life together, they want to run their own business. Ultimately, just chasing the feelings of security, independence, financial freedom. And then for me, these are somewhat of the desires, the barrier, the foundation that ultimately got me started into the space, running a business, and then doing all the necessary steps every single day. So it's not hard, it's just somewhat, the idea is that it can get somewhat boring to the journey. The journey can get boring, but if you're constantly creating, you're constantly innovating, the journey never really, it tends to be exciting every single day, right? But that ultimately isn't reality as well. So it's important to find balance, but also you can't really be so results heavy driven and fueled by results that it blinds you in the end, and it makes you impatient, and it causes you to make mistakes along the path, right? I think we should focus on embracing, documenting, right? For me personally, right, shooting content, just documenting my journey, it's just, I can look back at this and see how far I've come along, and just see the progression as a human being, and my growth as an entrepreneur. So I think it's important to document, to journal, to just take notes and be aware of where you're at right now in this moment, and then what can you do to, let's say you want to, at the end of the year, you want to get to 6 figures. What are you doing to get there, right? Are you investing into courses? Are you investing into mentorship? Are you learning from others? Are you taking action? And then just evaluate, what can you do? What's, let's say somebody in your position, or somebody in the position that you desire is already there, right? Think in your head, what have they done differently than I did? Why are they there and I'm not? What separates me from them? Why can't I be there? And that mindset is a growth mindset. It allows you to maneuver any situations, any problems, it helps you be innovative, right? Because I feel like, for me personally, from my own experience, when I had a problem, I'm trying to find alternative solutions right away, right? I understand that the problem's a problem for a reason, right? People can complain about a problem, people can waste time on a bunch of BS instead of focusing on the problem. If you're able to focus on the problem, get a solution right away, then it makes everything smoother. So with that being said, I'm gonna tie this back into what I first said in the beginning of this clip. Ultimately was progression, getting better, but also not falling in love with the results, but ultimately just falling in love with the process, right? Because ultimately when you're bidding out something, let's say you bid out a YouTube channel, let's say you build out a business, your first couple months you're not getting paid, basically you're doing all the free work, but ultimately you have that end goal, you have that vision of you financially free, financially independent, and then you're doing the work to get there. So and then it's just a matter of just patience, being patient on the journey, right? You can look at an analogy of just other entrepreneurs in the space, right? Content creators who have been in the game for over 5-6+ years, and then you look back at their old videos, you just see their old vlogs of them reading books, doing the day-to-day actions, getting better. So yeah, we back, guys. Just went to the gym, killed a workout. Today was chest day, did some triceps as well, and then been going to the gym for about like 2 months and a couple weeks now. So right now I'm weighing like 140, and then yeah, so not too bad. And the gym is pretty little fun spot. So I love it's a good little habit to pick up, especially when you're young. Like me, I'm only 19, so I got all the time in the day to like get bigger, you know what I'm saying, build up muscle, and be the best version of myself. So with that being said, right now what I'm doing is I'm doing laundry, switching out the load, but I'm gonna talk to you guys again. Something that happened so far with the market. So for all my agency owners out there, right? You could be, let's say you follow OME strategies. For me, I've been doing OME for a year, right? So something that a lot of entrepreneurs tend to mistake and tend to blame some pressures on is that when something's not happening their way, right? The quickest thing we do is jump to a new platform, jump to a new solution, jump to the next best thing, right? And it's normal for us, right? Because we blame that something, we don't blame ourselves for something not happening, right? Let's say the business isn't growing and we want to, naively, we tend to put that blame to ourselves. We tend to put the blame on something else other than us. We tend to put the blame on the business. We tend to put the blame on our strategies that we're using to get clients, right? And then typically by doing that, people just tend to jump to a new platform after building up momentum on, let's say you're running OME, you're doing OME on Facebook, you jump ship, you go to Instagram, right? Now you got to start up from ground zero, and now let's say you spent 6 months building up your authority on Facebook. Now what's going to happen is you're going to lose all that momentum by just switching ships, right? And ultimately, we tend to, like I said, focus on the next best thing. What's the new strategy? What can I do better? Blah, blah, blah. But we tend to not focus on the basics. And ultimately, right, if we go back and focus on the basics, ultimately the basics are what's going to make us progress further, right? I just had a call with my mentor. He told me, he gave me some lessons, right? Because I told him, look, I'm struggling in my business. I'm not really getting any meetings. Nothing's happening to me. Nothing's really happening. I'm not getting a lot of traction on my OME post. And then I told him, roughly, it's because I'm not posting enough, and because I'm not going as hard as I did when I first got started, when I first invested into your program, because I didn't, like I said, get started. So with that being said, for me now, the focus is I want to land at least 30 meetings a day. I want to have like conversations with people. I want to have like 30 conversations with people every single day. I want to just grind. I I want to get real nitty gritty. I want to grind, and I want to put the next 90 days, right? Put a lot of focus on the next 90 days. I am not going to be distracted. I am not going to be, my energy is not going to be taken by something else. No, I am, in the next 90 days, I'm calling it right now, I'm going to put all my effort into OMA like I did when I got started, right? And the reason is because I know what I have to do, and I know why I have to do it. Because going back to the basics, right? People, there's a lot of saturation in the market right now, but it's okay because consistency is the name of the game, right? I've seen so many people fall off the platform they've built up for themselves because they decided they just didn't want to do anymore, right? Put in all this work, and then when it's time for you to reap the rewards, they just quit, they just stop. So with that being said, if it's a problem, right, stick with one platform. The strategies are going to be the same no matter what. Competition is going to be in the market no matter what, right? Specific for agency owners in the ecom space, using Facebook, there's a lot of competition, but you gotta separate yourself by not only being consistent, but also providing value and not trying to sell your service, right? If you shift your energy on just focused on attracting clients, then you will attract clients by providing value, right? Don't focus on selling. Don't focus on trying to sell somebody, right? Focus on if you can actually help them. Is this a good business for you to go into with you and your team? And is it a profitable? Is it a good business for you to take them to the next level, right? That's what you should be asking yourself. So I just finished my load of laundry. Other than that, I think I'm gonna end this clip right here. Because, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this clip right here. Guys, if you like this video, show some support. Right now we're at what, 28 subscribers. So I just started this channel, like taking it seriously, probably like a month ago, of just seriously posting. But 28 subscribers, that means 28 of you guys are following my content and you subscribe for a reason. So yeah, I'm gonna take this more serious. I'm gonna be posting a lot more content. I wanna be changing it up. I might even try like just editing and then making like my videos have a certain style to it, so I can differentiate myself from everybody else in the market. But yeah, with that being said, that's really all I have for you guys. If you like this content, show some support. If you want me to cover a specific topic, I'll comment that down below. Right now, where I'm at ad agency owner. Right now I have 0 clients, but I'm telling you, in the next 90 days, my goal is to have, in the next 90 days, I want to have 5 clients for the agency, and it's definitely doable, and I will accomplish this. So in the next like 90 days from now, I'm gonna record myself. I'm gonna look back at this clip. If I didn't get to where I said I want to get to, bringing on 5 clients, then I know I failed. And yeah, so I ain't gotta worry about that because I'm gonna get 5 clients in the next 90 days. I'm calling it right now. So if you enjoyed this content, guys, more content coming soon, and I'll see you in the next video.